Hello, bonjour René. My name is Jamie West. I'm the Member of Provincial Parliament for the riding of Sudbury. I want to begin by thanking Mine Mill Unifor Local 598 for inviting me to speak today, because the Workers' Memorial Day is an event that when we were allowed to meet in person, and I look forward to being able to meet in person soon, but I would go every single year. I had it scheduled in my calendar because health and safety, especially in Sudbury, is so important. When you think about the fact that this happened in 1984, that 4 miners died underground in 1984, and we're still talking about it today. It's nearly 40 years later, it's 37 years later, we're still talking about those 4 workers. And the importance of talking about these workers isn't just honoring their families or honoring the work they did or the tragedy that happened. It's something that Mine Mill Unifor Local 598 has taken and evolved to the next stage, where it's not just about their workers, it's not just about mine workers, it's not just about surface plant workers, it's about protecting all workers. You think about something that happened 37 years ago, that many people start their first jobs as teenagers or their early 20s. That means that these 4 miners, their legacy is that workers who weren't even alive when this incident happened are being protected because of the efforts, because of the conversations we have every year as part of the Workers' Memorial Day ceremony at Unifor Local 598. I want to acknowledge Mine Mill for the work they've done in this to keep it alive. This is an event that has always resonated with me because my stepdad Bill is a retiree from Mine Mill Local 598. And he worked in the smelter, not underground, but I know the dangers of working in a smelter because I was a smelter worker. In fact, when I was the worker safety rep at the Coppercliff smelter, we had a fatality as well. And every year in April, I think of Paul Rochette and his legacy. So I know urgently, and I know that management joins me on this, that we don't want to see more injuries, more illnesses, more occupational disease. We need to have more conversations about safety and changing things and expanding beyond underground and mining to smelters, to all workplaces. As a good friend of mine said to me once, I hope to God someone out there is looking out for my kid the way I'm looking out for other people's kids where I work. We need to be united in that and looking out for each other's kids. We need to prevent occupational disease. We need to prevent injury. We need to prevent death in the workplace. And that's something we can always be united on. One final thing I want to talk about when it comes to preventing injury and illness is, with this pandemic, there's been a highlighted aspect of what's happening on in healthcare sectors. That industry, long-term care and healthcare, has been under tremendous amount of strain for way, way too long, and COVID has put a huge magnifying glass on it. There's a lot of industries that need to be addressed and fixed, but we need to seize the opportunity with what's happening with long-term care and healthcare. We need to stand by the sides of our long-term care and healthcare workers. We need to fight for them, to protect them from burnout, from injury, from illness. We need to stay united. This is important to me, and I know it's important to you. I've lived in Sudbury my entire life, and I know one thing in Sudbury is that we're united when workers are injured or killed. We are a community that mourns together, and we're a community that is dedicated to ensuring that things like this never happen again. Thank you. Merci. Et miigwech.